Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, Monday the 10th of December. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. As always, the site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen here. So when you come and visit the site, when you click on an advert, when you use the advert, it's that generates revenue that keeps us free of charge. And by you telling your friends about us and twittering about us, etc, etc, that's what all raises revenue, which keeps the site free of charge. This is a commercial exercise, it's not a hobby site, it's a professional site, and it's one part of the weather consultancy services business, which has grown very nicely. Well, the website's grown very nicely over the last year or so, and it's thanks to you. So we're close to, nowhere near it, but I suppose getting close to breaking even. So thank you very much for doing that. Just a quick one today, well, quickish, as quick as it ever gets with me. Just wanted to show you first of all the 7 to 10 day charts of the 500 millibar flow. On the left hand side here we have the ECMWF, this is the GFS, and this is for the period ended next Thursday, so Thursday the 20th, runs from next Monday to Thursday the 20th. And a bit of a difference between the two models. ECMWF here has got the big ridge across the states, but it's dipping down this trough, look, across the Atlantic, and then builds a ridge back up across northern parts of Russia. So it's got a high in here, we've got high pressure in here, it's got low pressure coming in across the Atlantic on the jet stream. Then the GFS has got a trough across the eastern states, builds in a ridge over the Atlantic, dips down a trough through the UK and Western Europe, and then puts the ridge back in. So effectively what it's seeing, it's making much more of this trough, which effectively builds the ridge far north in the Western Atlantic. It's going to be interesting to see who wins the battle between these two, because they've been battling it out for some time. ECMWF has been the best one so far, but the GFS isn't that far behind. Now, what we need to watch for is this ridge building in during the build up to Christmas. If that happens, then we could get a north and eventually northeasterly flow, giving us a cold blast such as the one we've had over the last few days. Nothing dramatic, I don't think, but certainly turning cooler in the run up to Christmas, and wouldn't be surprised if that's the way that things turn out. What do I want to show first of all? Yeah, this is the pressure chart. No, it's not. That's not a pressure chart. What's a pressure chart? Yeah, this is the temperature chart, of course, for London, and what that's showing us over the next few days. You can see that pattern. Here we are, look, with the cool weather through this week. It is going to be cold over the next few days, but then Thursday into Friday we get rain coming up from the southwest, possibly starting off with sleet or snow. We see the temperatures build. Look, there it is, as the temperature picks up around the weekend and into the early part of next week. But then look what happens. You see this slow dip down, and then eventually the GFS trying to hint at this slip back in temperatures during the latter part of the period. I will show you more about that in a little wee while, but I did just want to bring you up to date on it, and also just show you this. This is a new feature from WeatherWeb, which is going to be coming on soon, and this is radar. Yep, WeatherWeb radar will be on your screens very soon, updating every 15 minutes. It's using data that's part of public sector data, which is under licensed to us under the Open Government license. So hopefully you'll find that pretty useful. I'll have that live for you very, very soon. A new addition to the WeatherWeb site, and pretty good, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so how do things look? Well, this is how things shape up during the next few days. Incidentally, I'll do some more information for you on the longer term, because we've got a new Korean model out and it's making some very interesting watching. So I'll give you a rundown of that in a while too. This is today though. Here's high pressure across the country. We've got that northeasterly flow coming in off the North Sea. We've got the showers that we've just seen on the radar here, look, feeding across these eastern coasts. That's all thanks to that northeasterly flow. Overnight tonight, got a sharp frost to come. Could be down to -5 across parts of the Midlands, Northern England, and also central parts of Scotland, holding up though down these eastern coasts. Now for Wednesday morning, I think we are going to be seeing more of a threat of fog on Wednesday morning than we saw this morning. Freezing fog as well. It could linger through the day in some places. I think the most favoured place for it at the moment is kind of in this area, so it's sort of through the Midlands, it's up through northern parts of England, and I think that's where we see the highest risk. And because if you notice there's just very little wind around, look, through tomorrow, because we're under this ridge of high pressure, if the fog gets in, then really I don't think it's going to be clearing away anywhere particularly very quickly. So a very cold day for some tomorrow where the fog doesn't clear, because it's just going to stick in, and temperatures will struggle above freezing. Elsewhere, sort of 3 or 4 degrees in sunshine. Overnight to Wednesday, similar sort of story really, but there will be more cloud around, so the fog more patchy, but still dense in places on Wednesday morning. And I think then what we're going to be finding through Wednesday is this ridge of high pressure through the country. Again, fog could linger throughout the day during Wednesday, and it could be a cold day for some, but increasing amounts of cloud, I think. Then into Thursday, we start to see a change taking place. Look, here's the first of the fronts moving in from the west. This is going to be trying to drag milder air and rain across southern Ireland, across southwest England through the course of Thursday. Now, it edges its way slowly northeastwards. We stay cold across much of England and also Scotland and Northern Ireland. And you notice how kind of that range just peters out, and most of it, look, heads out into France. So we stay cold through Thursday. But then we get a second hit come again on Friday, and it's this area of rain here that I think could well bring some problems with snow into Friday. Now, it's only going to be on its leading edge, so it's not going to last very long, but it could be that we get a period of sort of sticky snow that could easily put down 2 to 5 centimetres in some places for a short time. So we're going to watch that track northwards. I think the main threat of snow is going to be sort of in this area, the Midlands, Wales, Northern Ireland, probably there Friday morning, so Friday AM. Okay, so that's where the main risk is, probably on Friday morning. Then Friday afternoon, I think the risk transfers, so it's going to be across Northern England, possibly into southern Scotland, that we see the main risk on Friday afternoon. Okay, now as I said, if it comes, it's not going to last long, and it's more likely just to be over the hills. But I do think that we have got that threat in place, so it's something we need to watch. Following in behind, we've got much milder air following up, and then the area of low pressure tracks northwards and brings us a fine day on Saturday. Sunny spells, generally dry, but just some showers down western and southern coasts, milder than it has been recently, temperatures near normal, and quite a brisk southwest wind. Then into Sunday, got an area of rain that may just track its way across southern England during the course of Sunday. It's going to be south of that arrow, so it's kind of in here. Some of it could be quite heavy, but elsewhere it looks like sunny spells, a few showers in the west, but generally dry. And then heading into next week, we'll be going cooler again as we're getting towards Monday next week. The flow coming more from a west and northwesterly direction. So there will be some showers around, low pressure's in control, some longer outbreaks of rain as well, some wintry ones across the hills in the north, but never desperately cold. And then as we get in towards Tuesday, well, we see low pressure centred in the North Sea, this flow going more into the northwest. As that happens, I think what we will find is that there'll be showers generally around these northern and western coasts. As they push inland, so as they're coming inland, they probably do turn quite wintry across the hills of Wales, northwest England, western Scotland, northern parts of Ireland too. But many eastern areas tending to stay on the dry side, although it is going to be turning cooler. As we saw from the temperature trace here, look, this is the cooler air. Sorry, let me highlight that again. This is the cooler air starting to move in. So that's what we have to watch. Okay, so certainly we've got lots going on during the course of this week. That's snow that we've got to watch out for. Now, let me just show you the latest run of the Korean model, which I'm going to do a separate video on. This is the middle of January. British Isles is under here, look, just under there, and just look what happens. These red colours here up towards the north is increased heights, a big ridge. That's high pressure. This is low pressure down here, and that is a cold easterly flow across the country. So it certainly is looking like becoming much, much cooler. I'll do another video on that because this one would be too long if I didn't. So once again, thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining. Remember, we're kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. So thank you for coming back and watching weatherweb.net. And don't forget, take a look at the long range video, which will be which side of me? It'll be that side of me, just there. Click on the featured video channel just there, and you'll be able to watch the long range forecast. Okay, thanks for watching. Remember, the adverts keep us all free of charge. You coming back and visiting the site keeps us free of charge, and by telling your friends about it, that keeps us free of charge as well. I'll let you know more about the radar as soon as it's online, but for now, thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining. Bye for now.